Hi everybody, good Friday to you. It's the last Friday of March. Can you believe that? Indeed it is. March ends next Thursday, and then it's on to April, and between now and then, we've got it all. We've got some snowflakes. We've got one of the days topping out right at 80 degrees in your 7-day. Yes, 80 degrees. We also hit the low 20s for Sunday night's low, and there's even more interesting tidbits in your 7-day than that, and I'll wrap it up with your Licking Valley RECC outlook in just a few moments. We've got 2 or 3 main topics of discussion tonight, and that's it. Just in a short time ago, after a really wonderful afternoon at the seasonal shops. Not unusual for me to spend a little bit of my afternoon over at the seasonal shop, filming commercials and the like, and kind of seeing what they have. It's not all for the ladies. There's always some neat hats and caps and shirts and brewmates for the guys as well. And today, it was a packed house, as they were very deservingly so honored by Senator Rand Paul as his Small Business of the Week. And I'll be glad. I'm proud to take you there in just a few moments. Along with that, tonight we'll as well have everything that I have been able to find out. It's not a great deal, but everything I can tell you about yesterday's execution of a federal search warrant at a McGoffin County residence, which, as I told you last night, it's the 3rd time, I guess, that's happened over the course of the years for drug activity. And a McGoffin County man indicted on child porn-related charges. This goes back to the investigation that I broke to you here back in around the middle of last year. And I'll have a community calendar and maybe a few other things to throw in after these messages. Parkway Pharmacy, as always, promises the quickest service with the very best care and prices, and to always have someone there to talk to when you have a question. With 3 pharmacists, curbside, drive-through, and call-ahead service. Parkway Pharmacy in Salyersville, 349-4400.
Where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
I'm Kelly Collins from Golden Law Office. I began my legal career in Lexington, representing some of the nation's largest insurance companies. This experience provided me with the inside knowledge as to how the insurance company will prepare to defend your case. I'm now taking that knowledge and returning to my hometown in eastern Kentucky to help those hurt through no fault of their own. If you or a family member have been injured in an auto or truck accident, call Golden Law Office today.
It is never too early for spring to spring at the seasonal shop, and it has. With new ladies' fashions in and arriving daily from all the fashion houses you've come to love, like Royce, Mud Pie, Charlie Page, Simply Southern, they have a new line of spring tees from Ivory Ella, and amazing scents in soaps, body lotions, and home fragrance diffusers by Michael Design Works, with something for every room in the house. Plus new home decor, and as always, so much more at the seasonal shop in downtown Salyersville. Whether the new year brings you new dreams or you're working towards the same ones, let Salyersville National Bank help you build, bank, or save for them. Salyersville National has been helping dreams come true since 1902. Give them a call at the main location, 349-3131, or the branch, 6121.
If you've been waiting on the new Samsung Galaxy S22 device, then the team at Appalachian Wireless has some good news for you. Appalachian Wireless is launching all Samsung S22 models on sale. Every S22 model will be $150 off normal contract pricing, or take $100 off and we'll pay the taxes on the Appalachian Advantage. Visit one of our retail or dealer locations and on the web, because we don't want you to miss this fantastic deal. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Hello, I'm William Bill Meade, and I'm a Republican candidate for McGoffin County Sheriff. Like you, I'm concerned about the effects that drugs are having on our loved ones. With over 33 years of law enforcement experience and training, I know how to combat this problem. I will run a financially responsible office and be accountable for your tax dollars. After looking at the sheriff's budget, I know that I can provide this county with a much-needed 24-hour patrol. I'm William Bill Meade, and I'm number 4 on the Republican ballot, but I'm number 1 for McGoffin County.
SSI and disability cases are harder to win these days. You need all the help you can get. If the government has turned you down, I will not. Many factors are considered when a claim is being processed, like your age, education, physical, and mental disabling conditions. When it comes time to winning your disability case, you should not face a federal judge alone. You need an attorney who is experienced, determined, hardworking, knowledgeable, and dedicated to helping you win benefits that you deserve. If you need help with your SSI or disability case, call me, Donald Wayne McFarland, and let me go to work for you.
The video from the day that the execution of the search warrant took place is unavailable as of right now. I do have some accompanying details. However, in the federal indictment of a McGoffin County man, a 3-count indictment returned to the name of 53-year-old David Keith Jackson this week for receiving and being in possession of child porn. It was an investigation through the Electronic Crimes Unit of the Kentucky State Police that led up to the warrant being obtained and executed, and then after doing so, they found other items of similar nature, and he has since been indicted. A 3-count indictment returned yesterday by the U.S. District Court of Eastern Kentucky. The federal authorities naming him in the indictment for count 1 and count 2, both for receiving a visual depiction showing a minor in some sort of a sexual manner, as well as a count 3, which included possession of one or more of those matters on a cellular phone or electronic device. The investigation from the federal authorities concluded thus far that we know that they started to receive initial reports that someone was uploading images of children in a sexual manner. And upon serving that warrant at his house after having reason to suspect that he was partly responsible, they found more videos or images. They also found 2 cell phones and some other software, some other electronics, all of which were confiscated, which were said to have had other images on them. He right now faces for the counts 1 and 2 up to 20 years in prison on each charge and a $250,000 fine. Count 3 carries up to 20 years in prison and a $250,000 fine as well, while the investigation continues. And in other local news that you're only going to see here with me tonight, I showed you briefly last night what appeared to be at that time and what I confirmed it to be the execution of a federal search warrant at the residence of a Greg Howard in McGoffin County, who has been the subject of such before. The first time around, getting time served, awaiting his court proceedings for distribution and other drug-related charges. The second time around, a few years later, back in 2017, he served a portion of a 36-month sentence when he was facing decades in jail for drug distribution charges again there and other counts. And now federal authorities were back yesterday, spending practically the entire day at his home on Bloomington. This is what I've been able to confirm thus far, that the search warrant is part of an active investigation on behalf of the FBI, Federal Probation and Parole, the Kentucky State Police, and Neil Adams of the Sagersville Police Department, all of which were at or around Howard's residence, seen here throughout in the entire morning hours and much of the afternoon and early evening hours yesterday, executing a search warrant. We also know that the Division of Fish and Wildlife was called in after some live animals were discovered on the property. We have reached out today to the FBI, to the U.S. Attorney's Office, and those entities. The only one responding to us thus far was the U.S. Attorney's Office, who said they could neither confirm nor deny any specifics about an ongoing investigation. However, there is a uniform citation that does give us a little bit of information, and that is related to the animals which were discovered on the property. It notes that Kentucky State Police had been requested to assist U.S. Probation and Parole on a search warrant at Greg Howard's residence, and then a detective, Josh Richardson, advised law enforcement that they found several foxes in cages located on Howard's property. State Police, Probation and Parole had requested Fish and Wildlife to respond and assist, and they did. They also were advised that the foxes were purchased from someone in Manchester. During this time, Howard did not possess a valid captive wildlife permit and was charged with propagation and holding of wildlife without permit. That's the only official charge related to the entire investigation that we can find that exists as of right now. However, we believe federal indictments are pending at this time as well. While I was there yesterday, actually spoke with a couple of passers-by, and they described the situation to me as a drive-through. Even on the morning that authorities were there yesterday, literally cars backing up to get into the driveway of Howard's for a period of hours. And some describe that as a commonplace situation that goes on and has gone on for months at this location. They only spoke to me on condition of anonymity and off camera, but at least I can say more than one had a similar account of the drug activity and to the height of its activity over the course of a significant period of time. Again, Howard was not charged, we believe, or can find no record of him being charged with anything other than the propagation and holding of wildlife violation. But we have also been told that this is very early in the investigation and to expect charges from the federal government in the future. Next, tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau Community Calendar, and it starts off with a birthday wish for one of our viewers over in Van Leer. Happy birthday to you. Indeed, Benny Atkins, happy birthday to you. This one says, please wish Benny Atkins a happy 79th, which he will turn this Sunday, from a long list of family and friends. So here you go, Benny, one more time. Happy 79th birthday to you. Happy birthday. A couple of reminders real quickly on the calendar. The Head Start program now taking applications for next school year. If your kids are going to be 3 by August the 1st, call them 349-3488 or stop by the office on Route 7 there, Cheyenne area, behind the Board of Education up on the hill, Monday through Friday. Bids and Beans, a 3-church event coming up at the head of Coon Creek Church a week from tomorrow, Saturday, April the 2nd at noon. They'll be there with Licking Valley and Big Caney churches with a lot of wonderful food and an auction starting at 1. And spring is also here, and so is the Bloomington Fire Department's vendor sale soup bean dinner. They're going to have live music, prizes as well. This is going to be in the Sayersville City Park, also not tomorrow, but the next Saturday at 10 a.m. A lot to see and do there. And the Middle Fork Fire Department has slated their auction and dinner with pulled pork and hot dog dinners for Saturday the 9th. And I'll remind you a little bit closer to that. They're going to have an open mic for candidates as well. That's Saturday the 9th, 3 in the afternoon for the start time on that. And this is exactly, you know how the drill. This is how you get all announcements like this on the program, birthdays and anniversaries too. Remember, if you have a birthday or anniversary or birth announcement you want printed in the Sayersville Independent, send those to Heather, not me. Heather at SayersvilleIndependent.com. Turning to funeral service announcements, we begin with a reminder of services to start Sunday at 2 in honor of Emma Jean Adams Witt, 89 of Columbus, Ohio, who passed away at her home on Thursday. Born in Magoffin County, she is survived by her husband, Paul Edwin Witt, also formerly of Magoffin County. Their kids, 5 children, Paul Dean Witt, Wilma Jean Justice, Emma Eileen Shihab, Ella Lorene Lay, and 8 grandchildren and 1 grandchild. She's also survived by her sister, Justine Adams, and brother, D. Jr. Saturday at 2 at the Magoffin County Funeral Home. We also know that arrangements are incomplete at this hour, but pending at this time for Dorothy Wireman, 89 of Sayersville. She passed away yesterday at the Highlands ARH, to be announced soon by the Magoffin County Funeral Home. And I'm also told that arrangements are pending at this hour for David Villarreal. Those arrangements under the care of the Sayersville Funeral Home and to be announced at a later date. He passed away yesterday at his home here in Sayersville.
Hello, Magoffin County. I'm Eddie Jenkins, Republican candidate for Magistrate, District 2. First, I want to personally thank all of you for your help last election. Since that time, you have not left my mind. Now, I humbly ask for your support once again, and with your help and the strength and progress we've made these last few years with endorsements and such, we can go the distance. It's my continued dream to serve you, the voters of District 2, as your magistrate. Help me help our community this May. Vote Eddie Jenkins, number 3 on the ballot.
My name is Tony Allen, and I'm a candidate for Magoffin County Clerk. Just as my family and I have served you at our restaurant, the Farmhouse Diner, we will be there to serve you in the clerk's office. You will be greeted with a smile. The office will be organized, neat, inviting, and we will do all we can to help everyone, regardless of your party, last name, or how you vote. We will be open during lunch, and we will have a long evening each week for folks who get in late. We will be open every other Saturday and have a plan to better serve the elderly in our community. I'm fighting to win this election and the trust of Magoffin County. I will not let you down, nor will I forget that the people chose me to be their clerk. Vote number 1 on the ballot, Big Tony Allen for Magoffin County Clerk.
Hello, I'm former Magoffin County educator and basketball coach Danny Adams. I want to tell you about a Republican candidate for sheriff of Magoffin County, my son, Neil Adams. As a highly trained narcotics investigation detective with 21 years of law enforcement experience, Neil knows and understands Magoffin County and will work endlessly to protect our youth and all citizens from the drug epidemic. With Operation Unite, he was named Detective of the Year and also awarded the Hal Rogers Leadership Award. Leadership matters. Vote for a Magoffin County man that will bring strong law enforcement and leadership that unites, not divides our county. Vote Neil Adams, Republican, for sheriff.
Not everything has changed over the years. Frazier's Prater Drug Store is still your most trusted pharmacy, where you can get your prescription brought to you curbside or make your way to the counter for a snack, lunch, or an incredibly sweet treat. And check out Strings and Things inside the shack, the Radio Shack, musical instruments, guns, ammo, electronics, and more. It's as wonderfully unique of a shopping experience as is the selection at Frazier's Prater Drug Store in downtown Sayersville.
I'm Kelly Collins.
And I'm Taylor Shepard.
And we are with the Golden Law Office. We both began our legal careers in Lexington, representing the nation's largest insurance companies. This experience provided us with inside knowledge as to how the insurance company will defend your case.
We are now taking that knowledge and returning to our hometown in Eastern Kentucky.
As a partner at Golden Law Office, we are returning home to continue to help those hurt through no fault of their own. If you or a family member have been injured in an auto or truck accident, call Golden Law Office today.
Now available at Independent Signs and Graphics, custom laser cut Kentucky bourbon barrel heads in unused, fresh, white oak, or from authentic Kentucky bourbon barrels with that used patina and slight aroma of Kentucky bourbon. And we do custom leather patched hats and wall hangings. Need a business logo? We can do that too. And we do banners, plastic, aluminum, decorative, hanging signs, vehicle graphics, and wraps. And we will meet or beat any area price on any campaign sign and material. 4x8s, yard signs, bumper stickers, flyers, whatever you need. And the quality of our workmanship, materials, and artwork are always top shelf at Independent Signs and Graphics here at the Sayersville Independent, 349-2915. As I told you a week ago today, Senator Rand Paul had chosen a Sayersville business as one of his small businesses of the week and was coming today to make that a formal occasion. And he did. Paul, a ranking member of the Senate Committee on Small Business and Entrepreneurship, each week recognizes an outstanding Kentucky small business that exemplifies the American entrepreneurial spirit. And this week, it was his privilege to recognize the Seasonal Shop of Sayersville as his Senate Small Business of the Week. And I have to say, it was a really nice occasion. A really nice crowd and certainly a really nice gesture from the senator, stopping in today to formally recognize Becca and her family and her staff, which is also literally and figuratively her family, for the seriously hard work that they have spent over the years, decades even, for Pat and for Tom, in not just keeping a small Sayersville business alive, but making it thrive.
Hope that you like what you see when you come into Sayersville. There's been a big effort over the past several years to revitalize the downtown area. We have a Main Street program here, and this seasonal shop is one of the only retail stores that we have in town. Thanks to the entrepreneurial spirit of Becca and her mother Pat, we have this place that you come here today to see and to honor. And again, we appreciate you here.
Well, thank you.
So we have a special program and a special award today. We've been giving out awards to small businesses around Kentucky. And it's also exciting because we get to see, how towns are doing, how little towns are doing, how successful businesses are doing. As you know, it's not easy to run a small business. You've got to succeed, you got to make a payroll, you got to have more money coming in than going out. So in many ways, you're doing much better than the federal government. We wish the federal government were patterned after the county government. They only spend what they have. We spend what we don't have, which is leading to a lot of problems. But we do appreciate your hard work through the years, and we know it's not easy. So what we've done is we have an award here that talks a little bit about your business and the history. And this is put into the Congressional Record. It'll be there for all time. If you want to go in the stacks of the Library of Congress, you can find it in the daily reports. But this is an award just talking about your accomplishments and the history of the store and your history here in Salyersville, and we congratulate you.
Thank you. Today was very special, very unexpected to get recognition on that level. It was something I never quite imagined that I would have, let alone here in Salyersville. So it's been a great week. It's been an exciting week, and I'd say we'll be talking about it for quite a while.
I think it's exciting to visit small businesses like this, particularly one that has history. Becca's parents have had a pharmacy. The business has been here a long time, but it's not easy. A lot of people think, oh, I could run a small business. It isn't always easy. You got to have more money coming in than going out. You got to make your payroll, pay your rent, keep your store up, keep the merchandise in stock, and it isn't as easy as it looks. And so I think we like going around the state. It's a way for us to meet real people with real businesses who have employees. And every community needs that, and we ought to celebrate it. It's capitalism. It's the heart of our country is small businesses, entrepreneurship, and trying to make a profit in order to employ people.
I wanted to have a place where people could come to pick up a wedding gift, to pick up a nice outfit if there was a special occasion, buy a gift, decorate. So, it's sad when people have to go out of town for everything.
Is the community very supportive?
Yes, very, very much so. We get a lot of local business, that's probably the majority, but we do also get a lot of out-of-town business. And in return, that was always, like in this, that was one of my dad's highest beliefs, that you support your community. So we always donate, we do anything we can to help local community, churches, schools, what have you. And they repay us with business, so it's wonderful. We have a very supportive community.
Personally, I've known Becca, well, I'm significantly older, so I've known Becca all her life. And I know how proud of her Tom was and how proud of her Pat and her family are. She works very hard at something that is very hard to do. That's keep a small, successful business going. And she does do it with a sincere care for community. And knowing her mom and dad, that was something that was ingrained in her from day one.
Had you asked me 20 years ago if I would have been here, I would have said absolutely not. That was not my plan. And after I did come back and I got to work with Dad every day, even though I wasn't over there, I was here. And then to know that it was a family business that he was so passionate about, that he's so proud of. And I grew up over there, and Trenton grew up over there. And now my kids are here every day and they're growing up here, and it's just really special. I mean, I've always look back on it and been so proud of what I've kept, I guess followed along from what they started. And that's probably been what I've been most proud of, that I've been able to help carry on that family business that Dad was always so proud of, and that, Mom, they poured their heart and soul into it. So it's meant a lot on a personal level just for that reason.
Indeed, a very wonderful story and a very deserving bunch of local folks. Not just Becca and Pat, but it is a group effort, as Becca was very quick to point out today, and they do an amazing job. And it is a business unlike anything else that you'll find anywhere in eastern Kentucky. Truly one of a kind. Congratulations. All right, on to your Lincoln Valley RSCC Outlook. I have showers, I have snow, I certainly have winds, I have sunshine, I have temperatures fluctuating From the 40s, low 40s, very low 40s, to the upper 70s, maybe close to 80. Yeah, a 40-degree span in your 7-day, and that's just over the course of about 3 or 4 days. Tonight, a 50% chance of showers or dry out there right now. Winds are moving about and mostly cloudy, and 36 is where we'll wrap up your Friday. Yeah, winds out of the west, 11 to 21 miles per hour. It's been a bad hair day out there if you had to be out. If we see any showers, we're talking about less than a tenth of an inch, so I'm not going to spend much time on that. Tomorrow, though, a little more active. Yeah, and look at that. We've hit 36 tonight. We may add 5 degrees to that for tomorrow's high, 41 if we're lucky. I mean, to be honest with you, cold air rushing in, and with that, for your Saturday, a chance of some rain and snow showers possibly early in the morning. We'll see mostly cloudy skies and winds again still. West-northwesterly, 11 to 30 miles per hour or roundabout. Going to be a blustery one tomorrow, and a 30% chance of some precipitation that could be in the form of a few flakes early and a few sprinkles late tomorrow night. Winds aren't going to die down much either. I mean, still close to 20 miles per hour by tomorrow evening around this time or a little later. Sunday, though, things clear up, partly sunny, gradually becoming sunny, and they warm up just a bit. It'll feel much more than it is. 48 degrees on your Sunday, partly sunny, winds still out of the northwest, up to 20 miles per hour, so still breezy. Can't shake the winds until Monday of next week. Can't shake 48 degrees either. We're going to stay there for the first day of next week as well, right at 48 and then 32, but it's at 25 degree, 28 tomorrow night, then 25 Sunday night. Going to be a couple of cold nights and mornings, and then Monday again 48, and then not quite as cold Monday night. We'll drop down to about 32, but no wind really to speak of, and no precipitation on your Monday. Well, there's a possibility of a few flakes to fly before we hit 56 on your Tuesday, that cold morning, and some slight precipitation around could equal a few flakes to fly, so a 20% chance of rain or snow on your Tuesday, 56, and much more milder that night at 49 degrees, and then we make a climb from 56 to close to 80 degrees, and I'm just going to call it 80 on Wednesday because it sounds so much better. Partly sunny, but with that warm air, normally it's active weather behind it, and with it, shower chances late Wednesday, Thursday, and finally pulling out of town on Friday with temperatures going from 80 on your Wednesday to, well, you saw it, back down to the 60s by Friday. And that will wrap it up for this evening and for this week. And I know I say it every night, but I promise you it is with all sincerity. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. Enjoy the rest of your Friday evening and your weekend ahead, and I'll see you back here Monday.